Well, hello there. Hi. I'm London. You know me from the past videos as Canada, obviously. You know me. Got a new haircut, so a lot more new characters will probably be showing up in the near future. Unfortunately, due to Mess and I have been really busy lately, we have finals coming up currently, and we're just trying to get through the days, really. So, I thought, since you guys have been awesome, I'd show you a few, behind the scenes things of how we make the videos and stuff, I guess. So, I hope you enjoy this random little drabble. Thanks! I've seen a few people with Canada wigs, and I know the curl is especially really hard to style. So I thought I'd make a little intro on how to style a Canada curl, because no one ever taught me and I just had to BS the whole thing myself. So I thought maybe I would help you. Now, most tutorials will usually tell you when you're making a curl to use jewelry wire and get a piece of hair and then do that. But for those of us who are too lazy to get jewelry wire, too broke for some of us, I just use a hair straightener most of the time, gel, and some bobby pins. The best gel, the one that I use, is Got to Be Spiked Up. It's by, what's it called, like Schwarzkopf. It's a really good gel. It's cosplayers love, really it is. And you can get like small bottles at like drugstores, like just around. They're pretty popular. So also use a wig brush with a proper wig brush. Will look kind of like this. I also use a comb, and then I use three different types of bobby pins. This one's kind of bent out of shape. This one locks like this, like that, and then a regular bobby pin. And you'll see why I use. First off, you obviously need a wig and something to style said wig on. Now, it's better to use an actual wig head when you style, but in my case, I don't have a wig head, and if you just have a good-sized stuffed animal, it can also work. Just remember how you're styling it and where the front is, where the back is, and just make sure you know everything about your wig at all times. So, get a wig, a blonde one, preferably, because Canada is blonde, obviously. First, you single out a section of hair. And see, I have this one already styled, but for most people, it's just a small piece of hair. It doesn't have to be that large, really. You take the hair, and see, this is already styled, but normally you would brush it out with your wig brush, and then you would also comb it for extra, like, to get the strand separated from the rest of the wig. Next off, you would get the gel. And this part is really messy, so if you're, like, worried about getting your, like, gel on your clothes, then you would probably not wear really fancy clothing. Open the thing, obviously. Get off my finger. There we go. And then apply a good amount to your fingers. You can just stick your finger right in there. It'll feel weird because it's gel and it's cold. And I always like to use both hands, so because it helps style it easier. Okay, next you'll take it and just lather the piece of hair completely in gel. Completely. Till like it's completely wet. And make sure that the other strands don't get in the way, because that will be a problem in the future. And make sure that you just keep it at like the right consistency, I guess. Like if one spot has more gel than the other, that's okay. But most of all, make sure you pay attention to the end, because it could flare out and that'll just look weird. You can always fix it later, but just pay attention to how you style. So you lather, and your strand is now completely covered in gel. Next, you will, like, personally, I twirl the strand around, and then I form the curl, like so. It's just a regular loop. It's not very difficult to do. Next, this is where the different bobby pins come into play. First, you take the regular closed one, and what you do is you make sure that the curl is going to stay how you put it. Now, it's kind of hard to get this bobby pin in. This bobby pin. So it might take a few tries. I know it took me forever the first time I tried to do this. And usually you can just put it on where the hair meets the, where the two parts of the hair meet. Sometimes you can use the curl as support. Oh my gosh. I think it took forever. Okay. Okay. So, then if you can see here, we have the curl. But as you see, it keeps falling over because that's the way we place the bobby pin. What I always like to do next is, this is where the next two bobby pins come into play. Zooming in for this part. You take the larger bobby pin and then you hook it in the previous bobby pin, like so. So it looks like that. Holding it like this, and then put it near the hair over here. So it looks like it would stand on its own, but that's where the locking bobby pin comes in. You can just go straight through the hair and catch the ends of the loose bobby pin, and you lock it. Okay, so the wig obviously looks really messed up now. So when you're done, you want to wash your hands first, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to show you what you do after that. You would take the wig. You can either use your brush or your comb, depending on the type of wig that you have. I personally use just cheap ones that I can cut easily. And then you just you brush the excess hair out of the way. You make sure that the curl is isolated. It's a loner. Okay. It's very relaxing combing wigs, except when the hair falls out, because then I spaz. Yeah, and there you go. And now, normally, like, here's the curl. It's still wet at this point, and personally, what I do is I leave it to dry overnight, and then in the morning you undo the pins, and it should be standing straight. If you don't like how it turns out, you can always try it again. And if you want a faster result, you can use a hair straightener or a flat iron to burn the curl into it if you don't mind your wig getting all screwed up and stuff. So, because that's pretty much what we did. I'll show you another example of where you would use the flat iron. Like, over here we have the famous America wig. Also, this is a better quality wig than the other one, but curl is there. Not curl. The little cowlick is sticking up. What we did for that one is we used the same gel, and we selected a piece of hair, we spiked it up, and then we took a flat iron and we flat ironed the curl so it stayed at attention, and that's how it looks. Yeah, so another way you could use that is, for example, there will be Austria in future episodes, where I will be doing the same thing that we did with the America wig, but on my own hair. So that's another way you could use it. You can use your own hair. But this is just like the quick and easy tutorial. Usually if you want a long-standing curl that you don't have to restyle so often, because if you wear the wig a lot, the curl will wear out and you might have to restyle it quite a bit. But otherwise, use the jewelry wire. It's better. So that one's that.